Hi everybody, and welcome to the Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Care Network. I'm Dean, the host of the N.A.R.C.N Network and channel, and also the host of the Unmasking the Narcissist channel. Today I'm going to be presenting to you episode 196 on the N.A.R.C.N Network, and the title of episode 196 is The Narcissist Road to Recovery is a Long Road. Now, what we're going to be talking about in here is the things that the narcissist has to do to actually seek therapy, or what they have to do when they go through therapy related. Now, not the specific things here, but we're going to talk here in what's basically going to be part one of this particular video about how difficult it is to go through narcissistic recovery therapy. Now, this is a thing I can talk about because I currently know several narcissistic people who are currently going through therapy actively. I see them on either a daily or weekly basis as far as knowing what their progression is with their conditions and with their disorders. So I'm able to see how they're doing and how they're coming along, what changes are being made, how quickly these changes are being made. But also over the past few years when I've been studying narcissistic personality disorder, as well as studying all the other associated disorders like bipolar disorder, histrionic disorder, all of the associated disorders, I've gotten a good wealth of information and knowledge on how the different disorders intermingle and affect narcissistic personality disorder, how the two interact with each other, and this goes for most of the disorders that I've actually studied. So I've got a pretty good idea of how they all work together based on science and based on my research, and I know pretty well what type of road the narcissist has ahead of them when they actually elect to come forward and seek some medical assistance or psychological assistance for their disorders. Now, the narcissists that I know, these few that I know, some of them are doing very well in their recovery. Now, when I say recovery, we have to remember, a narcissist will never recover from their disorder. When we say recovery, it means they're going to improve, they're going to get control possibly of some of the things that they do within their narcissism, so they do not continue doing those narcissistic things with other people. But for a narcissist to do this, as we've talked about in other videos, a narcissist has to first come forward and admit that they may indeed have narcissistic personality disorder. Now, I know a few of these people who I'm talking about here in this video who are going through the therapy process who have other associated disorders. A few of these people have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD. One of them has ADD. A few of them have bipolar disorder and or borderline disorder. One of them has histrionic personality disorder. There are a few of these different disorders intermingled into these people's functionality. And I've even had dialogue with a few of them where I have explained to them scientifically that, hey, you know, you actually have, or you present, or this person may already be diagnosed with, let's say, bipolar disorder. Now, as we know, if you have bipolar disorder, or if you have borderline personality disorder, or things of this nature, commonly, more commonly than not, you also have some form of narcissistic personality disorder mixed in there. Now, there are people out there who will watch this video and go, no, these aren't intermingled, they don't have anything to do with each other. Yeah, I think you're looking at the wrong research here, because the current research that is being done with narcissism, with the brain function of narcissism, with brain scanning of narcissists and bipolar people and histrionic disorder people and all these people that suffer from these disorders, the modern science of this is beginning to show that if you have bipolar disorder, you probably have narcissism. If you have histrionic disorder, you most likely have narcissism as well. If you have antisocial personality disorder, you've probably got narcissism as well. And this goes right down the list of all of the personality disorders here. They all intermingle or have some form of narcissistic personality disorder intermixed in them, and they are starting to see this based on the science, based on the modern science and research being done into narcissism. Now, the people that I know and that I am dealing with and that I see on a either daily or weekly basis, or that I'm dealing with off my channel or personally in my life, I know enough about these people and enough about what's going on with them to know that they may have attached narcissistic personality disorder. I'm using the example here of some people that I know who have been diagnosed with bipolar disorder or borderline disorder, but they do indeed also have narcissistic disorder as well too. Whether or not they're aware of this yet, they may become aware of it in the future with their therapists, I don't know. There are plenty of therapists out there who are great therapists and are aware of the cutting edge stuff that's going on with narcissistic research into this. But there are also some therapists out there that are not following the modern science of these things, and they do not relate these disorders to somebody who has narcissistic personality disorder because they either are not aware of the overlapping factors, they haven't studied the modern science going on with this right now, they're using older science to do their diagnoses of people, and they perhaps are not aware. But these narcissists that I have in my life, or these people who have these personality disorders in my life, I do indeed see narcissistic personality disorder within their other disorders as well too, and this is why I'm actually covering this and talking about this on this channel. Now, back to the factor of somebody who has narcissistic personality disorder mixed with whatever else may be going on with them, because we know that narcissistic personality disorder never comes by itself. There's always some other personality disorders mixed in there. There can also be anxiety disorder mixed in there. It comes with a whole other bag of stuff, basically. So when a narcissist does actually admit or comes forward and starts to seek treatment, I have two people that I know. One is a friend that I have that I made friends with off of Facebook a couple of years ago. I do talk to this person, and I had a discussion with her just recently about a person in her life that I believe has mid to upper level narcissism. I made this person aware of that the person they're involved with may have narcissism or may be a narcissist, because the criteria for him that he's presenting is very prevalent in actually displaying that this person may actually have narcissistic disorder. So when I spoke to this person, I made this person aware of this. They were also seeking my opinion on some things and let me see some stuff related to this person that they were dealing with. They also indicated that this person may also have NPD disorder. And I gave them my opinion about what I thought was going on with this particular person. Now, this person that I'm talking about here has said to me that that person that they were dealing with or were involved with are going to therapy or will be going to therapy. And I tried to explain to them that this is fine, this is great if this person is willing to do this. This person, however, doesn't know that they're a narcissist and is not admitting that they are a narcissist, so what they're going to therapy for exactly, I'm not really sure here, but they definitely need to go for narcissistic therapy because they definitely display as being a narcissist. Now, when a narcissist does go for therapy, here is one of the things that you have to think about, and this goes for a lot of people who are on my channel that I've made this point to before, but I'm going to make it a point here again in this video. A narcissist who is going through therapy, this is going to take a long time. It's going to take at least 2 or 3 years before that narcissist even gets a grasp of what it is they're really doing with people. I know this because I'm going through this experience currently with some narcissists in my life who are in therapy trying to recover from their disorders. Now again, when I say recover, this simply means getting a hold of the things that they do as a narcissist so they no longer propagate those things with other people in a harmful way. Again, narcissists will never recover from their disorder. This is a lifelong struggle for them, just like alcoholism is for alcoholics. They'll have to keep an eye on it forever. They'll have to be in therapy probably their entire lives to deal with this. And this is what narcissists also have to go through when they seek recovery. So for the first 2 or 3 years, most narcissists won't make a whole lot of progress. They'll go back and forth, they'll make a little headway, they'll go backwards a little bit, they'll fall back into their things that they do. And this is just the way that particularly goes with narcissists. But once they seek therapy and they start, you will start to see some improvement, but that improvement will be very slow. So what we're going to do here is we're going to stop this video at this particular point. This is part 1 of episode 196, and we're going to continue in part 2 of episode 196 after this, where we're going to talk a little bit about the time frame that it takes for narcissists to recover from narcissistic personality disorder and to get control in their life. So I'm going to say please stay tuned for part 2 of episode 196. I'm going to post it up shortly after this one, and please stay tuned to the N.A.R.C.N network. I've got lots of other content coming up on the N.A.R.C.N network and also on the Unmasking the Narcissist channel. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you shortly in part 2.